The opportunities online are profound, and anybody who really grasps them can do very well.
This is the best time there's ever been in history to decide to become an entrepreneur and start an online business.
And there's never been this level of awareness. Being able to immediately reach the entire world, it still blows my mind.
Truly anyone can do this. It's not reserved for a small, select few who have all these crazy skills.
The net result of all the pandemic stuff is more opportunity for digital. That's why I say it's just getting bigger.
And the math is really simple. There's 7.8 billion people on this planet. All you need is 1,000 of them to pay you $1,000. And 1,000 times 1,000 is $1 million.
So whatever makes you unique, there are people who share that uniqueness, right? And the world is a big place. The internet puts you in touch with all of it.
And I'd be hard pressed to find something or someone who couldn't find a way to make money online.
And that's why millionaires are being made daily in this new online revolution.
We have traveled the world and spoke to some of the most successful entrepreneurs and business owners dominating the digital space. Through their stories and the business experience that they have had, they're going to show you that anything is possible.
The pandemic brought us all to our knees on what we need to learn. It's either we pay attention and adapt, or we're left behind.
Every other business I've ever had, would have absolutely been destroyed by the pandemic.
College is done. The future is learning from an expert who's doing it now through an online course or information product, wherever you want, anywhere in the world.
If you are the best in the world, you get to do it for everyone now. And it's all shaking up, and we'll see what it looks like, education looks like in 10 or 20 or 50 years.
But it's true, there's millions and millions of people right now who are making really good incomes by being creative and creating stuff online. And it wasn't like that even 10 years ago. It's mind-blowing.
The opportunities are endless. It's getting the knowledge and having the clear understanding that it's possible, and then listening to people who have already done it.
I took Working Moms Only from 0 to 7 figures in 10 months.
We did $20 million in our first year, and that was it for me.
And within a month, it had brought me back $3.5 million. It changed my life.
In the digital age, we went from 100 million to 1 billion.
You can really build a life for yourself that is substantial, that will give you everything that you've ever wanted.
Right, this is true freedom. Right, this is really being able to break out of the cage that you have created around yourself.
Having built a $2.5 million business at the age of 33 as a Latina immigrant is not common, but is what's possible when you have the opportunity of digital marketing.
Anyone who's watching this is like, oh my God, I'm not technical. I literally had not turned a computer on a couple of years before I started this business.
You can actually do this in 3 to 5 hours a week.
Don't spend too much time trying to perfect things. Get your idea and try to test it as quickly as you possibly can.
One night, probably at 3 in the morning, I Googled the phrase, how to make money online. When that money first came into my PayPal, I realized this is real.
Anyone can do this. How do I know this? Because I've done it myself. And what's your next best step? Getting as much information as you possibly can from the people in this movie who have done this time and time again, and you can go do it yourself.
And my name is Matthew Neer, and I sell information. Back in the day, growing up, I knew that I wanted more out of life, but I didn't know how to get that, right? And it just started out like figuring out how to do things like make money on the internet through things like affiliate marketing, email marketing, and that sort of evolved into now packaging and presenting that information to the masses. Yeah, a funny question. So about the same time I got into doing the marketing stuff online, I was just about to graduate college, learning like web design and graphic design, right? But at the school, I would figure out how to, make templates for websites. So we'd go around town and sell like these website templates to local restaurants, bars, clubs, hotels, and stuff. And I would then walk into class with like a check from a client I closed that morning and show my teacher. I'm like, look, Dennis, check it out, man. We just made, a couple $1,000s from a website client that we sold a template to. We customized it and everything. He's like, no, Matthew, you can't make websites that way. You have to follow it and code it from scratch. And I'm like what? Like, we just templated this out. The customer absolutely loves it. And now we can go replicate this times 5, 10 different people. And he's like, no, you can't code that way. You have to do it by the book that we showed you. And it was at that moment that I knew, okay, the path of school and traditional institutional education is not for me. I'm going to go pursue my own path, sales, marketing, and now internet marketing, online marketing. We were doing that a little bit with a partner that I met in school, and we would just sell websites around town for a while. But, we would sell the website, right? But then the client was like, hey, we need to get, more traffic to our website. How do we do that? And that then led into figuring out how to drive traffic and sales and optimize the websites we would sell them for conversions, which then led into online marketing and customer acquisition, list building, and even affiliate marketing. Yeah, there's a couple of things. So let's take the absolute worst case scenario that could happen, because we did see that happen. We saw traditional businesses that rely on a supply chain get cut. Like, literally, a lot of my e-commerce friends could not get shipments from China during the whole pandemic because it just got cut off for safety and security reasons, right? So in the event that, let's say, you told me about a butcher shop in your hometown of Dublin earlier today, right? If they get cut off on the supply chain, they can't ship, how could they still monetize their knowledge, right? Well, wouldn't it be pretty cool if they could then show how they cut the meat, how they prepare the meat, how they season it, how they cook it, how they barbecue it. You take all of that knowledge, you package it into how to create the best barbecue, Irish style possible, and now that's your information product. You can sell that for a course from like $50 to $1,000 or whatever you decide to price it at. And now all of a sudden, an opportunity that seemed like the worst possible scenario where you're out of business, you just slightly pivoted, and now you're teaching people how to barbecue and prepare their meat at home with a certain very unique style that probably only that butcher shop knows how to do. And how cool is that? Yeah, I didn't know anything when I got started too. I had no leads on my list. I had no experience. I don't know how to do anything, right? I literally just found some products online to learn about in the affiliate marketing space. I learned about them, talked about them online, literally by writing articles about them and optimizing them for, to rank in Google with the keywords and everything, because I had no money. I was broke, right? So I had to figure out, how can I leverage my time and the resources that already exist to get traffic to, at the time, it was just an article with a link at the end, which then went to a capture page and built my list and then sold a product, right? As an affiliate, right? So you don't have to own something to start with. Most people start as an affiliate. They learn how to make money with that model. And once they get good at it, then all of a sudden you're going to have experience of how you did affiliate marketing. Now it's at that point you can branch off into creating your own product. And that's if you have nothing. If you're starting from absolute zero, like I was, you can pursue that path and become an expert in whatever affiliate marketing, email, list building, SEO, YouTube, whatever you want to do. These are legitimate career paths that are emerging today. YouTubers are huge today, and they're only going to get bigger and bigger. Affiliate marketing is basically if you tell someone, hey, that's a cool product, you should go sign up for it. You send them a tracking link, they click it, they buy, you get credit for the sale. Typically a percentage anywhere from 5% to 50% or 75% depending on what the vendor wants to pay you out. So it's just basically a way to recommend and refer products to other people and get paid for doing so. Why not, right? Yeah, it's absolutely unparalleled, right? So I can literally go anywhere in the world with a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection and run my business at any point, So there is amazing travel opportunities, and the people in this industry, in marketing, in sales, in the online affiliate space, they love to travel. It's what we love to do. Go to different exotic destinations, oftentimes to attend a marketing event or conference. Meet up with your friends that you've been working with online. Oftentimes, been making money with them for years and years and years. And sometimes you meet them for the first time at an event, and it's like you've known them your whole entire life, right? And you get together, massive synergy. And then oftentimes I would go to these events, and I plan some travel before or after the event. A lot of times with the guys or the girls I meet at the events, and it's great, man. Compared to the 9-to-5 lifestyle, where honestly, one of my greatest fears in life is like the cubicle lifestyle. I can't even imagine this. Remember, I saw the movie Office Space several years ago, and it just terrifies me. I can't. It's so bad, man. It's so bad, you know. So I just said I'm going to do whatever it takes to not live that life. And by contrast, it created this lifestyle of freedom where you can just pick up your laptop, catch a flight almost anywhere in the world, and as long as you have Wi-Fi, you're good to go. You can run your company and do your business. Yeah, I remember back in the day, like some of the advantages of doing this stuff is, you know, back then, 10 years ago, you had to code everything yourself, right? Today, we have page builders and integrations and billion-dollar companies that exist around simply integrating different companies together. So, you know, there's not really a need to code anymore. I remember, like when I first got started building my first like sales pages and marketing funnels and offering my first product for sale, I had to do the code, right? I had to, you know, type it out and or hire someone to do it, right? And now it's so easy. You just use simple, done-for-you solutions, page builders, integrations, and you're good. It just clicks together, and there's almost no coding required at all. So, yeah, very easy. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Once you realize that almost every single product online has some sort of an affiliate program, which means you can sign up to that product and promote it to, say, your Instagram followers, your Facebook followers, or if you have an active email subscriber list, you can send out an email and recommend this product that you maybe love yourself, that you've tried, you really like it for whatever reason. You can send that out with an affiliate link, promote it to your followers, and get paid for doing so. This is amazing. You know, why would you do anything else once you know about this? Like, you can literally just build a following of things you're interested in and recommend products and services that are related or complementary that you use, put them on your IG or your Facebook, and make money doing that. I mean, there's no need to have a job or work in a cubicle anymore unless you really want to. You know, some people love that. That's great. It's not for me. You know, it's a lifestyle of freedom for sure. Yeah, well, I think the pandemic has taught us a lot about that. It's literally forced institutions to embrace the digital a lot more, right? Now you can take your college class on Zoom. All the major universities are now offering colleges online through Zoom or something similar. The online platform just makes more sense because now, all of a sudden, you can consume your content, your lesson, from anywhere in the world just by flipping open your laptop, or even on your freaking phone. You can Zoom on your phone. So really, now the pandemic really forced people into the digital realm more. It's almost a necessary evil in a way, right? Because now you can just consume, and that's great, but really you want to think about how you can produce that content, because that's going to get you paid and allow you to live a lifestyle of freedom that you may have never even thought possible before. I don't have no confidence either, right? When I first started this stuff, I was terrified to get on video, scared of it all, right? Like, look, whatever, I get it. We're all scared. Just do it anyways, you know? Just do it. Or don't, and stay where you are, right? If you don't change, you don't make any pushes on your boundaries of comfort, you're never going to get over it. So just do it. Yeah, number one mistake I see in this space is people just overcomplicating it. They make it too hard, or harder than it needs to be, and by no fault of their own, because you know you're just inundated with so much content these days, right? You're getting hit with ads, videos, YouTube ads are interrupting you, right? The next shiny object is always right there, you know? So it's important to really just keep it simple and always think about, like, what's the most direct path to the result that I'm after. A lot of times people just, you know, they dilly-dally around with, like, you know, doing things that don't really necessarily get the outcome, right? What's the outcome? Focus on the goal and the results, and then take things away from that, right? Less is more in this circumstance, 100%. Less is more is what I would say. Think about that when you get started. So back in the day, like we were saying a moment ago, is you had to do all these different things that was really hard. You had to code a website, or you had to hire a programmer yourself. Now you don't have to do any of that. You literally just can create the content, put it in a done-for-you members area with a page builder, no code, and it's just done. So the barrier to entry is lower, which means more people can come in the space, which means you as a content producer must have higher quality content, right? You must step your game up and produce better and better and better. Also allowing people to consume in different modalities. So some people want to watch the video, maybe they want to download the PDF and read, maybe they just want the audio, right? So giving your people more ways to consume your content in all the different ways that we can, that's going to be huge too. Allowing them to consume in any way possible is massive. But I think the future of online education and courses and information products is huge. It is the future. We don't want to learn from the unqualified professor or teacher in school anymore who doesn't do what they teach. You know, they're unethical in that sense, right? We want to learn from people who are out there in the trenches doing it now, getting results with what they're teaching in their information product. That's why it's amazing. You buy and learn from experts and you receive the best at the top of the game right there as they're doing it. It's beautiful. Yeah, where does the drive come from, right? I don't know if we're born with it or if it's developed over time, but what I will say is that skateboarding was a huge, huge teacher of that for me in my life. If you guys ever seen some skate videos, you know, you watch these guys smacking their bodies on the pavement over and over and over again, right? Me and my friends would go do this, right? We go to the biggest stair set or handrail we could find and just throw our bodies down that thing, try and do a kickflip or a 360 flip or whatever, again and again and again until we either broke our bodies or landed the trick on camera for, you know, back then we didn't have YouTube, but, you know, for show our friends on the phone at school, right? So I think that instilled a level of discipline to me that I'm either going to do it or die trying. That translates to everything I do in business now. And then also on top of that is like the skateboarders are always kind of like rebellious, like you're not allowed to do it, like everywhere you go we get kicked out, get the cops called on us, security's chasing us down trying to steal our skateboards from us and say, oh, you can't skate here, you know, all this crazy stuff. You know, it just instilled, it just made me oppose the institution, the authority figure at all costs, you know. They're trying to ruin my fun, man. I'm trying to go skate with some friends, not gonna hurt nobody, you know, just trying to film it and make some cool videos, you know, show the girls at school and say, look at this, I did the kickflip on the stairs, you know, and they get excited about that. So I think a lot of that made me, you know, just think in different ways, especially it applied to business. It's a huge, skateboarding is the #1 teacher of discipline, perseverance, and just alternative ways of thinking, yeah. So what does it take to create your own information product successfully and make a lot of money doing it, right? Well, there's really like 3 phases of it, right? There's before the sale, like what is it? The product, the customer consuming what you created, and then 3, after their result. What do they get after they're done, you know, going through your stuff, right? So the first part is how do you sell it and present it, right? Everything is sales in life. Whether you like that or not, it's true. Everything is sales. So what you must do is figure out a way to accurately present your product or service or information product on webinars. Pretty good for that, but you can also do a video, whatever it is, as long as they can see, hey, here's what it is, here's why I need it, here's where I can get it, here's how much it costs, go here to buy. That's pretty much all you got to do. It's very simple. And obviously there's a lot more you can put in between that, but at the end of the day, it's what is it, you know, what does it do, how to buy it, here's where to go, you know, take action now. Then they buy it. Now what, right? Now the sales process still continues into the members area because now you sold them on buying it, but now you got to sell them on keeping it, right? So now they come and they go through the content that you deliver on what you promised in the sales message. Now they consume that, they internalize it, and they get typically a result, right? So we talked about the butcher example a moment ago, right, from Dublin. If they were selling an information product, you know, you say, hey, here's a sales process. You know, here's how, do you want to learn how to barbecue your meat, you know, Irish style, right? Here's a special seasoning and spices we use, and here's how you lay it out, here's how you barbecue it, here's how long you can barbecue it for, here's what it's going to look like after, you know, you get done with our famous recipe. It's going to taste amazing, right? They buy the product. Now, the course shows them it step by step how to do that with the meat. Then at the end of the result, it's like, you know, maybe you got a photo, you're like, you're taking a bite of the meat, and you're all excited because it's amazing. Now you can grill Irish-style meat for your entire family, and you're freaking excited because that's awesome, right? What are some key skills that it takes to create and sell an information product or course, right? #1 is probably sales, copywriting, and persuasion. That is by far the #1 skill that you need to be successful at this stuff, to easily present, educate, and show a potential customer what it is they're going to get. And if you could lay that out, you can do it in a number of different ways: video, webinar, text on a page. As long as you can show them there's they need it. Here's why they should have it, and here's where to go to get it. That's all you need to do. Pretty simple. So what is the lifestyle like of an info marketer, an online course creator, a digital product owner, right? So let me sort of paint the picture for you here, right? You get your course up, you get it done, and now it's online, it's ready for sale. Sales are flooding in by the freaking truckload. You can't believe it, it's amazing. People love your product, they love your service. What now? What does a day look like, right? Well, typically, once you build the offer, that's the bulk of the work. It's done. It sits there online now, and it sells for you again and again and again because you're leveraging automation, tools, websites, the power of affiliates if you have affiliates, right? And now you literally just wake up, maybe you send your customer base an email broadcast. You can send out an email broadcast one to many, all your customers at the same time, recommending a new course that you have, a new product you have, some coaching with yourself, and a complimentary product as an affiliate. Literally, my day when I wake up is I wake up, I check stats, I send a mail to my list, and hours later, I have hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars pouring in from affiliate commissions from the email I sent out that morning with a link in it. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. And, you can do this from anywhere in the world, all over the planet, as long as you have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, and even just your mobile phone in some cases. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that it's real, but every single day I wake up and I keep on sending out mail, I keep on making more and more sales, and it's just unbelievable, We got to tell more people about this stuff because it just needs to be spread to the masses. More people need to realize and wake up that they have the power within themselves to create a lifestyle of freedom through their own expertise and knowledge. I mean, this is where the future of humanity is going. It's where the future of the online space is going. Absolutely. More people need to know about this. No one understands what I do still, right? It's crazy, Oftentimes I just say I make software or I make information products. They kind of get information products, but they don't really understand. But it's funny because you could say oh yeah, I bought a book. Everyone knows what a book is, right? But if you just say, oh yeah, I bought an online course, well, it's just a book in video format, online in a members area. Why is that so hard to comprehend? But it just hasn't clicked yet, right? It hasn't clicked in the mainstream adoption. But I think we're definitely in the space of early adopters now. If you guys know how the curve kind of goes, right? The bell curve of adoption. We're definitely in early adopters. So just earlier today, I was telling Mike that I've started seeing ads for, create your own digital course from large institutional organizations on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm like, wow, if we're seeing that, it's definitely making the arc between, early adopters to mainstream adoption, right? So it's about to cross over. And so what that means is it's now is the best time than ever in history before to create your own online course or information product and get it out to the masses because if you don't, someone else will. It's coming and you might as well be you. Is college still relevant? I don't think so. I dropped out of college to pursue online marketing because the potential is just greater, right? It just makes sense, Even, we used to say oh, college is no longer applicable unless you're a doctor or a lawyer. Well, I'm going to make the argument that doctors and lawyers will soon start going to school online and taking all of the courses online through Zoom or through some other related online, consumption mechanism that will allow them to get their degrees. You don't need to show up to a college to get your knowledge anymore. All you have to do is simply consume it, and that's online. That's on your phone. That's on your laptop, right? College is done. The future is learning from an expert who's doing it now through an online course or information product at your convenience, wherever you want, anywhere in the world. Yeah, so why are online courses and information products so much better than the traditional college route or learning in a classroom sort of style of learning? And I'll tell you straight up, it's because in college, teachers are out of ethics. They're literally unethical in the way they teach because they are not teaching or they're not experts in what they're teaching, right? This is as worse as it could possibly be from where it needs to be in the world. We should be learning from experts in college who are actively doing what they're teaching in the field. Most of them are not. Are there some doing that? Sure, and that's good. We need more people who are experts at what they're teaching, and the information product provides that, because now you can go directly to the source of who is a master at exactly a super specific niche topic, buy just that information, consume it, and apply it directly. There's no more, you don't need 4 years to consume it. You don't need to, go to get your postgraduate degrees. You don't need to get all this stuff. Just go buy what you need to learn it, and apply it, and win. Yeah, so what kind of team or, organizational structure do you need to take this really, really far? I pretty much do the marketing arm of my business. I have several customer support reps on staff, and then I hire out, developers or graphic artists and things like that when I need it. And so let's say there's a team of 5 roughly and me, and that allows me to produce millions of dollars in revenue per year for my business, simply just selling information products and software products. I mean, you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot at all. I would say that if you want to really go beyond probably like, the $10 million range, you'd need to start maybe hiring some more people. But, to get to the 1 to 5 to $10 million range, I mean, you could do it with yourself and just a few customer support agents. That's it. It's unbelievable, really. Why, though? Why is it possible to make that level of money without really having much of a team? Because technology does most of the heavy lifting for you, right? You have, your email list that databases all the customers for you. It sends out the automations for like their logins. Like when they buy your product, they automatically get the login to their members area. The members area, when you set it up, it walks them through everything step by step. Like you don't need to do it for them. It's already done. It's leveraged, right? Technology took care of most of the workload for you. So, I mean, there's not a lot for you to do. The customer support agents, they're just there to say, hey, you had a question with, oh, I missed where it said how to do X, Y, Z. Oh, hey, maybe go back in here and check out this part of the video. That's where they say how to do this, right? It's not a lot, especially if you present and sell your offer well. The consumption is just real easy. Can anybody do this, right? Can anybody create an information product or an online course? And I mean, it's kind of just like this one really like rips into me, because what else are you going to do? Like what else are you going to do? You're just going to sit there and not do anything and just continue to like not have success in your life? Or you're going to go get it? Like just go figure it out, So you asked me a question earlier, like, hey, what if you don't have any experience, right? You're nothing, like you've just done nothing with your life. Maybe you're brand new, like you're 18, right? Like I was, and you don't have any life experience. You haven't really done any skills yet. That's okay. Look, you could go pursue something in the affiliate space, the online space. Like you could go become a master in SEO, become a master at YouTube, become a master at pay-per-click ads, become a master at Facebook ads, run an agency for people. People need that. The big business owners don't want to run their own ads. They need other people to do it. You could go master that. I mean, there's a million different things that you could go work on for 6 months to a year. You'll become an expert at that and create a course around it and then sell it online. And next thing you know, you're living a lifestyle of freedom. So there's literally zero excuse. Get up and go get it done. Let's go. Oh my God, how important is mindset? It is absolutely everything, man. I mean, fear, doubt are the #1 cripplers of all success in life. Like self-doubt, self-fear, right? Things that don't even matter. Like you just get into, we've all sort of like how our mind like wander off into a daydream of like horror and like, oh, what if this happens and that, and it's just like, that stuff's never gonna happen. Like when you feel your mind going in that direction, you gotta just step that off, man. You gotta cut that off. I gotta drop a book real quick on that, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. #1 book in the world that will help you, realize your thinking and confront it and be able to chop it off. Before I read that book, I literally couldn't understand why I would get angry and like why I would have these negative like self-repeating patterns. That book will help you change your mindset and allow you to see when your mind is drifting off in a negative direction, identify it, step back and look at it as a third-party perspective, cut it off, and recenter yourself, right? I literally spent years and years doing personal development, like listening to audios and books and like whatever I could find to just assimilate knowledge from the greatest thinkers and most successful men in the world and get it in here, because I never knew any millionaires growing up. I never knew any successful people growing up. I had to go find it, get it, and put it in here and rewire my brain. And I remember early on, I would show my friends what I'm doing. I'm like, hey, I'm reading this book right now. You should check it out. Or I'm listening to this audio. Come listen to it with me. And they're like, dude, why are you brainwashing yourself? And I'm like, yeah, I am brainwashing myself for success, right? You got to brainwash all that other crap that you've been conditioned from society to believe out and put the good in, and then you will win. Eckhart Tolle for, the power of now, for really understanding where the mind is and like how to control your own thoughts and emotions is great for that. Then, of course, Napoleon Hill, right? Shout out to Napoleon Hill. I listen to that stuff all the time, Then, Science of Getting Rich, I believe that is, oh man, who is that? I forget who wrote it, but Wallace D. Wattles, I want to say. Epic book. What else we got going on, man? There's so many. Speakers that I like to listen to. Tony Robbins, of course. Some of the OGs. We'll throw it out to Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill himself, Bob Proctor, and many more, and many more. It's just mindset, number one. I really am a firm, strong believer in the fact that everyone should do at least 1 hour minimum of personal development in some way, shape, form, or another per day, if not much more. It's something I've been doing every day for years now, and my life just keeps getting better, So I'm just going to keep on doing that. I think it's a key thing that allows me to be successful is like every day when I start, I put in that personal development, and it sets the mind for success each and every day. It's huge. In anything that is lucrative in life, there's going to be a massive mountain of obstacles that just try to slap you down and claw you back to the ground and, back to ground zero, and you just have to overcome them, So a couple of things that I encountered when I was first getting started was like, I started doing really good at SEO because I had no money to advertise, so I had to use my time to like rank and manipulate the Google algorithm to put my articles and my website to the top for keyword phrases, right? Well, I got really good at doing that. And then all of a sudden, I was finally starting to crack like 5 figures a month, boom, and cracking it. Then all of a sudden, Google changes their algorithm, and all my rankings that I worked so hard to get were just poof, gone in an instant, right? And my income went from like, $10K a month to like $100 a month, overnight. And I'm like, wow, that sucks. But I had a thing that I did that was really smart is I built an email list from all of those, from that traffic would come in, they click on a link and they go to an email capture page where I get the email first. So I had this list as a backup, and I was like, wow, might have got tanked on all my rankings, but I could, mail the list and make some money from that. And that led me into doing a lot of email stuff. But even that, man, like you're going to come up with blockades in email. You're going to get, you're going to get haters to come back and as soon as you start building an email list, you're going to start having people write back the most nastiest things you've ever seen in your entire life. And they're going to cuss you out. They're going to make death threats on you. They're going to like do the most atrocious things you could possibly imagine, and all you're doing is like sending them an ad for a product you think is good, and they can't stand it, right? So, when that happens to you, you have to realize that you have to flip that around, right? Because the way the algorithms work today is the haters actually fuel your views a lot of times, right? The act of them going on your post or your email, they're forwarding it to people like, look at this loser, right? Or, hey, I hate this guy. They're forwarding it to their friends. They're commenting saying, lol, you suck. They're commenting. They're getting more people to comment in. It's making your posts go viral. The haters are helping you. Let's just say thank you. Like, appreciate you guys, man. Let's get some more. So if you're doing stuff that's like riling people's feathers, just do more of it. Like, let's rile those feathers some more and get them all worked up so they share our stuff even more. The obstacles are going to come. They're going to hit you. They're going to suck. They're going to be life crippling in some instances, right? Are you going to push through? Are you going to win? Or are you going to give up? It's just up to you. What kind of person are you? Like, what sort of level of character do you have inside yourself that's going to allow you to either push through and persevere or give up and go back and sit on the couch? To me, there never is any other option other than succeed and win. Like, that's just it. Maybe I'm just that way because of skateboarding, because of just how I am. I don't know. But I think that's a common thread you'll find in all people who are successful is they've all encountered things that really sucked. There's times your merchant accounts are going to go down, right? PayPal is going to ban your account. You can't process money anymore. Your email service provider is going to cancel your account. You can't generate revenue from your list anymore. Facebook's going to cancel you. YouTube's going to cancel you. Instagram's going to cancel you. Twitter's going to cancel you, People are going to cuss at you. People are going to say you suck. They'll say you're ugly, say you're fat, say you're gross. What are you going to do? You're going to keep going? You're going to let that shake you. Just go, That's it. I mean, I've sold different information and software products on a number of different things. I mean, they range from everything from, you know, my first ebook ever was about doing SEO and affiliate marketing, right? I sold that successfully. That was great. That evolved into email list building. Sold products on how to, you know, build your email list and monetize it appropriately. Find offers, find things to recommend to your list. So, you know, I've sold stuff on ebooks, information products on email marketing. I did a product on Bing ads, did a product on Facebook ads, did a product on viral marketing for chatbots, did an offer on, there's so many, man. Viral list building, did a software on Facebook Messenger. I mean, the list just goes on and on.